So that just means basically we have to be careful about what kind of shoes we have in here. We left these up so you can see what awesome volleyball nets we have. They're going to be coming down tomorrow so the gym can be inhabited by students.
Well, Principal Smith, what does it mean to your Tropico Middle School student body?
Totally excited. They know now when it's raining or it's 110. We got a beautiful, as you can see, building to come to, indoor sports.
Right.
We have a wonderful music room now for the, if you were here, you got to hear the great band we have. We also have a PE room where the kids can actually go inside and work on some dancing things.
Wow.
But most of all, we had some assemblies last week. We introduced the kids to the place, and they were they can't wait to get in here. We're going to start using it probably on Thursday, and they're chomping at the bit. The 8th graders are a little sad because they're leaving.
Yeah.
6th graders and 7th graders, they got years to enjoy our facilities. So it's going to be exciting. Plus, the community is going to have a place for some youth sports and stuff. It's one of a kind. I mean, it's nicer than town. We had our assemblies last week.
Oh, okay. When they got to see it for the first time, huh?
This is when the kids actually got to see the gym for the first time.
Oh, nice. This is all the showers in here. And this is the coach's room in here.
Mm-hmm. Coach can see everything then.
The
Board of Trustees felt very good about this. This is such an encouraging thing to see in the community. This is really good. This is really good for Tropico and the community.
And will the community be able to use it, as I've heard?
As right now, that's what we're working on. I'm trying to get some things planned for the community as well as Tropico itself.
Like basketball leagues or something like in the evening.
We're looking into.
It's been a long time coming. This was one of the promises that we made when we asked the voters to approve the additional bond money.
Right.
And we now have great facility for the students and the community. So I think it's a banner day for the district.
Right.
And the community.
Whenever we pointed out something to the contractor, they were very open to ideas and suggestions.
Good.
Changes, doing things better and doing it right the first time. Overall, we were pleased. We were a little disappointed at the very end when there's a little a hang up on the tile, the size of the tile. But they were quick to remedy the situation and propose a counter remedy.
I couldn't be more pleased. I've been through the girls' locker room. The band room is enormous, and the cupboards for the band is outstanding.
Sure.
These instruments.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Look at the depth.
Yeah. The instruments will last a lot longer that way
They will.
than getting banged around.
They will.
The next project is supposedly, according to the bond issue H, Measure H passed, was to redo the cafeteria at the Rosamond High School.
Right.
And then work on the gymnasium facilities at Rosamond High School. And then redo part of the Hamilton facility.
Oh, sure.
Because a lot of the portables from there are going away, have gone away already. And they're going to remake that as, of course, more Rosamond High School.
We're very excited to be here. We like it. It's so much bigger. The sound is bright in here. We like that. The storage facility is one of the biggest pluses. We've got so much storage that we haven't had in the past.
Sure.
If you can imagine existing and making it work in the old cafeteria. That's where we've been since I started my career here in Southern Kern Unified.
Sure.
And so this is a very big day. Very big day for us. We're excited.
The facility itself was approximately $6 million. We were estimating somewhere between 6.5, 6.9. So they came in under. The remainder of the monies for the bond, which we sold, went into architect fees, design fees, state fees. I think everybody had their hand in the pie.
Sure.
But it ended up costing the district about $8.1 million, about what the bonds we sold.
Now, you guys are in the band?
Yes.
What instrument do you play?
I'm a percussionist.
Okay.
Alto. Saxophone.
All right. And how do you like this new band room?
It's pretty awesome. It's big.
What instrument do you play?
Saxophone.
Sax. Oh. And how do you like this new band room?
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of bigger than the old band room.
How did the finances and the time schedule play out for this building?
For this building, everything was actually pretty close on time and better than some of the other projects that we've done. So I was very proud of the crew that worked on it.
Was the money right? I mean,
the money came out exactly. In fact, we came out a little bit less than the original estimate.
Whoever heard of that today?
Yeah.
You've got to be happy with this.
I'm excited. We have a music room, and we have a beautiful, beautiful brand new gymnasium. And you know, growth for our community, and growth for our children. It's a win-win situation for everyone.
Tomorrow morning we're meeting with ABAC to turn on the turnouts, and then we'll be running around checking everything, making sure we have no leaks, everything's up to par, and start spreading water.
That's the sound of water, 800 acre-feet, starting to flow into the Rosamond semi-tropic water bank on Thursday, October 14th. Not quite as much pressure as there was last time, but the water is flowing today as Mr. Houghton projected, and as you see, it's spreading out all over the water bank and sinking down in the ground. This is south of Avenue B, and at about 140th. RCSD this last week completed this test pit. What are they actually going to use that pit for?
What it's going to be is it's going to be an arsenic filter station.
Okay.
They did studies on the ground out there, and the ground is very sandy, and it's very low in arsenic. So what they're going to try to do is pull arsenic water out of the ground that's polluted with arsenic. They're going to dump it into that pond, and they're going to let it percolate back into the ground.
Okay.
And then they'll take samples from the aquifer and see how much it's filtered down the arsenic out of the water that they've dumped in.
I see. So they'll go down maybe 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, and see how much filter it takes to get it out.
Yes.
What do you play in band?
Well, I play bass 5, which is basically the bass, you know.
All right. How do you like it so far this year?
Well, I'm enjoying it a lot actually because I'm getting to travel, and it's a fun experience because I get to hang out with friends and meet new people.
Cross country has been life-changing. Cross country has been amazing. Cross country practically is my whole life. I've given up every sport that I have been doing so I could run full season. Really, honestly, what I think is runners have no off-season, and running is just amazing, and it's changed my life in so many ways. I've had so many positive perspectives, positive points of views on life, and it just changes the way I think as a whole.
Lancaster Sunrise. The guys at number 7 and then number 3 machine. Number 7 being driven by Giovanni Simi from Lancaster West Rotary, and the number 2 machine, Mark Hayden from Lancaster Rotary.
What do you think of that race?
Oh, that was so awesome. I think I'm going to try to do it next year.
Oh, really?
I'm going to be a part.
Got your courage up.
I did, and you know I can't just stand by the sidelines. So I'll race for polio.
You're too competitive. You got to get on a cart, right?
I do, and you know, I grew up driving tractors and all of that kind of thing, so I'm not afraid of this. It'll be great.
How does it feel to come in first place in the first race ever for?
It's a tortoise and the hare thing. You know? I was up against the bigger clubs. Little
He was actually
fortitude.
the underdog.
So how did you finally come out?
You know, I did all right. I didn't get first place, but that's all right. I had fun. It was a blast, and of course we raised some good money for rodeo, for fight against polio. Gosh, I'm still shaking up from the race. Yeah, we looks like we raised over $10,000, which was good between all the clubs.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
did we?
We had a really good time and really enjoyed it. And
over 10,
hopefully the city will allow us to come back next year and raise even more money next year. So,
oh, great.
this is our first time ever doing this event, and it's been a blast.